Hey guys, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Alright, so we have some parts to unbox, so let's do that. So what we've got is our Bosch fuel injectors for the 5.9 Cummins, okay? For Project Save Big Red. Big deal here. These are very expensive. Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Thursday. Today it's May 29th. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to get going over here. So, show you what we got here, what's going on. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Volkswagen thing, we're pretty much done with that for right now. I'm going to order some parts today. Windshield wiper blades, that'll fix that problem. Steering column bushing and speedometer cable. I'm going to get all that from the thing shop and get all that here. And if you guys are building things, you know, you got Mike at thinkparts.com. He's great resource for both new and used parts. If you're looking for used stuff, definitely go to Mike. But if you're looking for like the top tier, top quality stuff, Thing Shop is your go-to. So I'm going to go to them and get that stuff today and get that in for this. So all that's going to happen today to the Volkswagen thing is it's going to get pulled outside and pulled back in. That's about it. I might drive it around the block. So that kind of wraps this up. Now, what I'll be doing today, as soon as I pull this out, me and Ron are going to pick up this transfer case for Project Save Big Red. Put it on inside of a kiddie pool that we have on top of this table. And then I'm going to take it and degrease it, clean it up, get it ready for paint. I'm going to paint it today with, I think I have enough, the Pour 15 engine paint that I did the engine with. Yeah, I should have enough. This right here. We'll go ahead and do that. Same thing I painted the transmission with. So the transfer case will end up looking like, I'll show you here, like that. So look pretty good. So everything will match up, be nice and clean and coated and protected and keep it from corroding for a while and all the things. So that's happening. I'm also going to take care of the starter. I'm going to clean it up. It's got some grease and stuff on it. I'm going to get that all cleaned up. I don't think I'm painting the starter, but I will get it clean. And then, yeah, so there's that. Big Ron's working on installing, actually right now, his plates. So you guys get an idea what that looks like. So those are going to be holding the insulation on, up underneath on the cab. And then here in a little bit, we're going to come out here, probably bring the welder right out that door, and weld this plate in right here. And get that welded up and ground down and seam sealed and ready for bedline. And then I think we're gonna kind of convene and figure out what we want to do to the bed here, how we want to do it, and then start figuring that out. So that's what we're going to be doing today, guys. Just getting this stuff ready, trying to just wrap up the loose ends, finish the cab, which he's doing right this second. You know, finish the rest of the drivetrain, getting it all cleaned and degreased and all the things and painted, ready to go in. Because we are truly down to a handful of parts, some of which I'm going to buy today. I plan on getting engine and transmission mounts for sure. And then I need to get the fuel line from the back of the head that goes over to here, to the fleece fuel filter delete. And then I need the Mishimoto transcooler that goes here. If I get these things, this engine can go into that frame and then can go into there. So that's where we need to be. I also need to buy the grid heater gaskets, top and bottom, because I removed them when I took the grid heater off and the intake off. So need to get those and get ready. So tomorrow, Friday, by 1 o'clock, I'm supposed to have my fuel injectors and injector tubes. So the hope, maybe today if we can, or tomorrow morning, first thing, is we'll get this engine out of the Apache and sitting right here, okay? And the reason we're going to sit it right here is so I can still move the thing in and out and keep it out of the rain and all that. We got, looks like rain, quite a bit of rain this week and next week, so we're just going to be ready for that. While I'm at it, I do need to buy a brake light bulb, so I'll probably pick that up too for the thing. But that's what we're going to be doing. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we're going to just get to it here. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a little bit. I'll bring all this to you. Hey guys, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. All right, so we have some parts to unbox, so let's do that. So what we've got is our Bosch fuel injectors for the 5.9 Cummins, okay? For Project Save Big Red. Big deal here. These are very expensive, okay? So what we did, I bought 6 of them. As you guys can see here, there's more in the box. Now these are the most up-to-date version of the stock fuel injectors that came in the truck from Cummins, from Dodge. This is the correct everything, okay? You bought it new, this is the injector that came in this truck, okay? It is part number 0445120255. Now there's a couple different variations of this, okay? This is for the 2003 to 2004 and a half 5.9 Cummins. And then there's a totally different injector for 2004 and a half to a 2007, okay? And I believe the difference in them is the amount of holes in the nozzle. I believe these are 8 and the new ones are 6, or it could be vice versa, okay? But that's the difference in them. Now, this one, like I said, is the most up-to-date version for the 2003 to 2004 and a half. That's the part number I gave you. So if you have that truck, these are the injectors you need. If you're looking for a stock factory replacement OEM injector, okay? Now, these injectors, I already opened this one, so bear with me, look pretty good. They came with, they're brand new, they're not remanned, no issues. Got the nozzle, got the copper washer, got the new O-ring seal. Everything looks brand new, looks like it's never been on a truck. Perfect, right? So we have 6 of these, and we also have 6 of these, which are the injector tubes from Bosch, factory injector tubes, okay? Now, when this all goes together, when you put your injectors in, and we'll go over this tomorrow or the next day when I'm putting the injectors actually in the truck, in the engine. If you look here, there's a notch, there's like a hole here. The injector tube goes into that, okay? Slots into there. And that's kind of the idea, okay? So, really happy with this. Now here's the story. For those of you looking to do something like this, I will riddle you what I did. Not saying it'll work for you, but it might work for you and might save you a bunch of money, okay? Because I got a feeling it did for me. I'll know soon enough, as soon as we go to start this truck. So, I bought these off of eBay, okay? Now, I know, you're already looking at me screaming at the telephone, or the TV, I know. But, they come in a Bosch box. I know that's easy enough to come by. They also have the Bosch security seal. Everything about this looks and feels original factory Bosch, not a knockoff, okay? I bought the set of 6. He had them up for $550 on eBay, okay? I made an offer of $415, and he accepted it with free shipping. So I bought 6 injectors with injector tubes for $415, which is dramatically cheaper than what you should be able to put 6 injectors, a full set, into a 5.9 Cummins. We're going to give it a shot. One could be bad, they all could be bad, I don't know. But from what I'm seeing, the part number is etched into the factory part number is etched into the injector, all the things, it's all there. So all indications are that they are actually what they are. They do not look used in any way, shape, or form. The correct box, the correct part numbers, the correct safety seal, security check from Bosch with the QR code that takes you to Bosch, with a code that you put in and all the things, okay? So I think we're gonna be okay. So that's what I did. I didn't want to, I would love to have bigger injectors and do all that kind of stuff, but I can't afford bigger injectors, which most of us are probably in the same boat, okay? If you go to a diesel shop, you know, you're looking just for the parts, somewhere between $1,200, $1,500 to $3,500 for a set of injectors. And that really depends heavily on, are you going with larger injectors? What brand are you buying? You know, so on and so forth, right? I wanted the factory, exactly what came in this motor in 2003 from Dodge. What is that? And that is this. So that's what we got. So, what comes with that, when you do the injectors, you also have to do a valve cover gasket, which we have right here. Went ahead and ordered that as well. Also, ordered the rocker box gasket, which is right here, from Cummins, okay? I believe I got both of these gaskets in a kit for, I think it was like 32 bucks. Again, off of eBay, but unopened, Cummins packaging. I feel pretty comfortable, okay? I'm also at the same time going to do the thermostat and gasket. I bought an OEM Cummins thermostat. So you kind of see the theme that I've got going on here. If it came on the truck from the factory, it's going back on the truck and getting replaced, right? So I'm going with Cummins branded parts. Probably a little more expensive, but I'm getting some deals. But I feel safer about it as opposed to going to like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or something and just buying a thermostat. I think I paid 32 bucks for the thermostat and gasket. It got here in like 3 days. It's not bad. So not terrible. So that's kind of where we're at. Wanted to show you guys this. We have a whole bunch of these. There's 6 of them in here. Now, I haven't opened the other 5. I will eventually. But so far, I have everything I need right now to install the injectors, injector tubes, valve cover gasket, rocker box gasket, thermostat, fuel injector lines from the actual injector tube nut over to the fuel rail. But all of that new, sitting here ready to go. So my next step, because this wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, so it's kind of exciting. I got an extra day. I'm a day ahead, which is great. But there's the motor, and it's sitting inside of our 1958 Chevy Apache. So I think here in a minute, once it stops raining, I'm going to push the Apache out and bring that motor and put it right where I'm sitting right now. And so I can still get my Volkswagen thing in and out. But get it here on the ground so I can actually work on it. So that's where we're at, boys. Thought you'd appreciate this. We got a slew of Cummins parts. Lots of cool things going to happen here over the next couple days. And we'll bring it all to you. I'm going to do a literal how-to on how to replace injectors in one of these. Granted, I've never done it. But I've watched enough videos at this point, I think I can do it. It doesn't seem too terrible. It's just a matter of taking your time and not being a gorilla. So we're gonna give it hell, or I'm gonna give it hell. Ron's gonna be my assistant. So that's where we're at, boys. Hope you're having a great day. I'll have a lot more for you here soon, so stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Hey, boys. All right, so as you just saw, our fuel injectors came in, which is great. So now it's time to get the engine out of the Apache and onto the floor here so we can go ahead and get this done. We've also made a decision to, as soon as I get the injectors and everything in the top of the motor done, either tomorrow or the Saturday, then we're gonna go ahead and put the motor into the truck, into the frame. Then we'll put the transmission in and all the things and get it all dialed in. So the idea here is to get this completely built, ready to go, so that we can put that on it literally next week, okay? That's the plan. So now what we have to do is clearly move all this stuff, and then we got to jack this up and then clear a path back here so we can roll the actual truck backwards. Now, something that did happen today, I went ahead and cleaned up the starter. Starter's cleaned up, and the transfer case is all degreased and cleaned up. So they're ready to go in as well. Ron got his insulation in, so we're moving pretty good here. Now, really the next step in this is just getting this cab back. So, getting this truck back. So I'm gonna jump off here, boys. I'm gonna stop talking and start working. And I'll be right back with you here in a minute. I'll set up the camera, you guys can watch us do this delicate dance here. Alright boys, we got the engine out of the Apache, and over here Big Ron's unhooking the chains. That way tomorrow I can attack this thing and get the fuel injectors in it and valve cover gasket, rocker gasket, thermostat, all of that done, so that we can get this engine back into the truck and out of our way here. So kind of cool. It's nice to see the Apache back in this configuration. It's looking good. Can't wait to get back on this thing. I really want to get back on this. So that's where we're at so far, boys. This is the struggle when you got a 2-car garage. Well, 2.5. You gotta play that move everything game 500 times. We're getting there. I'm gonna help Big Ron, guys. I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. All right. Well, today was a pretty big day. Tomorrow's gonna be an even bigger day. Today, just to kind of wrap things up here, the transfer case got degreased and scrubbed, and it's ready to be reinstalled. Same with the starter. We got the 5.9 diesel out of the Apache and in front of the thing on the ground, so that tomorrow I can go ahead and install the fuel injectors, valve cover gasket, rocker box gasket, thermostat, blah blah blah, fuel lines, so on and so forth. But hopefully, if anything goes right, by this time tomorrow we will be ready to put the engine into the frame, and that's exciting. Now, we won't be putting the cab on just yet. That'll probably be next week. I'm going to be ordering some parts tonight. That fuel line that I need, and the transmission oil cooler for the torque converter. But those are things I can bolt on with the motor and the frame out there. Hopefully, by Sunday, Monday, the frame's back together. Exhaust is in it, motor, transmission, transfer case, drive shafts, everything hooked up, ready to rock. Now we still have some things to do to the 5.9. It's okay, but we should be getting really close. And once those couple parts come in I just talked about, we'll get those installed, and then we'll set the cab down on the frame, and then we'll hook all that up. Then we can hook up brakes, we can hook up steering, we can hook up all the things, start putting fluids in, doing all those things, which will be exciting. So yeah, hopefully by the end of, middle to end of next week, hopefully the cab's on the frame. Frame's all built, done together, cab's on the frame. Be looking at bed lining the bed, and then getting the bed on it. And waiting on a couple parts for the front of the engine, and reassembly is going to be the name of the game. So realistically, we could only be a couple weeks away from having this truck back on the road. So not terrible. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Show you guys this. I know we talked about getting the 5.9 here in a position to where the thing still could come into the garage. That came in handy because it rained today. I'm sitting here, Dad comes running out. It's pouring rain. I look up and it's monsooning outside, and the thing's sitting out there. It's like shit. Jumped in the thing, pulled it in. I had no idea. The radio going, I couldn't even hear it. But so she got a bath today, wiped her off, dried her off, I should say. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited about this one. This is going to be a challenge for me. And an exciting one, working on something different, actually getting into the nuts and bolts and internals of it will be fun for me, so I'm excited for that. Also excited to see our 58 Chevy Apache looking the way she looks. Bare bones again. We can get back in here and get this cab finished up here hopefully in the next couple months, and get this thing in primer. That's goal number one, rough body work and primer. Get all the patch panels on her and so on. We got some parts coming for the thing as well, and we'll get all those installed when they show up. Speedometer cable, steering column bushing and wiper blades. And yeah, Big Ron, cab's ready. Big Ron's over here working on the bed, dialing that thing in. You can see him laying under there. So he's actually pouring right now, pour 15. So we're getting close, boys. We're getting close. We just got to keep our foot on the gas, and I think we'll get there pretty quick. But I'm hoping in the next 2 days that diesel, the transmission, and all that is in the frame here, and we're hooking everything up. That's my hope. So that would be amazing, actually. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Hope you guys have a great night. I'm gonna drag Ron out from under the the bed out there and get him a beer, and we're gonna call it a night and get back out here in the morning and start on injectors. So stay tuned for all of that. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. And for all the new subscribers, we've got a bunch over the past couple weeks. Really happy you're here. And for those of you that are watching that aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. We'd love to have you. And we're gonna do some cool stuff here coming up real soon. So stay tuned. And we'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching, guys.